Good morning, everyone. Maycot's Barbecue. I want to say thank you to my brother Skoggit in Tornado Alley for sending me this 4/6 Chuck Wagon chili mix, which I will make today. It's going to be amazing. I was going to make it super fancy with a bunch of beef, chunks of chuck roast, but I thought to give this a true review, I'm going to make it exactly like they say on the back and get my first taste of the real deal, the way they spent years perfecting and making spices. It says 2 pounds of ground beef, half an onion. I'm going to use 1 whole onion. 32 chicken broth. I'm going to use beef broth. Skoggit said it was a little salty, and chicken broth has a lot of salt. And I want it really beefy. So I'm going to use a beef broth. And 1 package of Chuck Wagon chili mix and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And that's it. This chili would be as plain as when you were on the Chuck Wagon. All they had was the beef and an onion and maybe chicken broth or beef broth. And they would use masa, corn powder, that they used to make tortillas. In Mexico, they would have masa to make tortillas and like a little bread. And 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to make it exactly like they say, and I'm going to try it out. And I think this is going to make a great chili, just a beef chili for chili dogs. So I got the best LA brand Hoffy hot dogs since the 50s. Hollywood original, 45 cents a piece. And I got 20 of them. Look at those hot dogs. Those are good, man. These are really good. 45 cents a piece. So bear with me. I'm going to give you a little history of the chili, which starts in the in 1850 in Texas. On the wagon train, they would have just scraps of meat and chili. Then mix it up with some water or beef broth or something. I'm going to give you a little quick chili history. The chili con carne, chili peppers and beef. Chili con carne, 1850s. Chuck Wagon, that's all they had, was the onion. They didn't even have garlic. And the chili queens of San Antonio, Texas would serve up the chili to all the cowboys. Pepper and onions were all over the place, growing wild in Texas. And then the cowboys planted peppers, oregano, and onions under mesquite trees to protect from cattle. For future cattle drives, they would find a mesquite grove and plant their chilies and onions and oregano so they could use it in the future. Then, in the late 1800s, prison chili, they served chili to the prisoners in prison. And it was incredible. So, and when the prisoners got released, they were sad and they go, "Oh man, that was the best chili." It became the prisoner's plight of being released that they wouldn't get a bowl of chili every day. 1921, Wolf brand, a pet wolf Kaiser Bill, the guy that made up his own brand of chili with his wolf, and he canned it in 1921. In 1894, the first packed chili powder was made and sold across the southern state, Texas, and so on. Another fact, 1962, Frito pies were invented. In 1967, the ghost town of Terlingua had the first World Chili Champion contest, and Terlingua has their chili spices too. Beans were a side dish in the chili parlors, and you got free crackers. So crackers with chili is a thing. And the Chicago Fair, or Chicago Exposition in 1893, was the first time America got a taste of Texas red chili. And then the rest is history. We got Hormel. You got all kinds of brands of chili. But I'm going to make it exactly like the package. And then next time, I'll add bell peppers. I'll add chunks of meat. I'll put garlic in it, more onion, a little more spices maybe. But this is McConn's barbecue. And I'm gonna make chili dogs. So I got grated cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese, and chopped onion. And don't buy the packaged, pre-shredded, because there's like 20 different ingredients of all kinds of stuff in it. Buy the block of real cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese, and grate it yourself. And there's only like 3 or 4 ingredients. But they put powders and enzymes and phosphates over so it doesn't stick, and it's got a bunch of chemicals. Just buy a block of cheese is a lot cheaper anyway. But McConn's barbecue, I'm gonna get to cooking, and I'll have the next video coming up shortly. Aloha. If you know beans about chili, you know the beans don't belong in chili. But as a side dish, that's what happened. They'd eat the chili and have a side of beans and free crackers. Because barbecue. Browning up some ground beef. Almost there. I chopped up 2 onions with my cut resistant glove. Thank you, Skoggit. Now I can cut responsibly. So this is a McConn's medieval word of the day. The history of the name broth. Well, in medieval times in England, in York, England, at houses of ill repute were all over the place. So when you went to a house to make a relationship, usually you would have a bath with your prospective mate. And it was a broth in a bath. You would be like human broth. People juice. A brothel later became known as brothels. So that's the medieval history of the day. The word broth is people stew, taking a bath with somebody else or multiple people, and you would broth, and then the word became brothel because of the houses would become known as brothels. So I got my onion, And that's the Mick Cotton word of the day. Brothel. It's a brothel. It's a broth. You can put two people in the tub, add vegetables, carrots, onions, celery, and then rinse the people out of it, and you'd have a broth of water, of flavored water. Let's get on to making chili. That's kind of disgusting. All right. The usual suspects. They're looking out for peacocks. Are they out there? Nope. Okay, here's where the magic happens. I cooked the beef and I got a little char on it to replicate like burning on a open stove, a wood stove. In your chuck wagon, I put half an onion. I put just a little bit of a green chili salsa, just a little bit. And I got the meat. It'll all tender up, but I get a little extra flavor from browning the meat, like just a little extra. And this is for a barbecue pit dog. He put beer in his chili. I'm going to use just a little. But here's the real magic. I'm going to get my beef broth from the brothel. Here we go. It says 3/4 of this. I'm just going to put half for now. See if I can do this. Oh, I'm gonna fill it up. All right, I have a little bit left in case I need it. All right, and now I'm gonna let that stew. And I'm gonna get my chuck wagon 4/6s from Guthrie, Texas. I'm gonna put the whole thing in. I'm just gonna put it all in. Thank you, Skoggit. That's a lot of powder. Look at that. Whoa. Oh man, this is gonna be good. Oh. Wow. Okay, I got that. What's next? I gotta mix it up. Look at that good beef. And the onion. A little bit of chili there. Chili ready. It was only like a teaspoon. Now they used chicken broth. I think it's going to be a lot better with beef broth. It seems to me that the cowboys in Texas didn't have chicken broth. All they had is cattle out there on the wagon train. So I bet they had some beef scraps. You know, some liquid from the beef that they cooked, or the fat from the beef. That was their broth. You know, I don't even know if they had pig, like bacon or anything. So I'm using beef broth. That's my little trade-in for the recipe. I'm just going to use the beef broth. So I'll mix all this up really good. And you can see that, the dark color. All right, I'm going to mix it all up. Let it simmer for like an hour or two. I got to let this simmer. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer for an hour or two, and I'll be back. But I forgot one thing in the recipe. It calls for two tablespoons of cornstarch. So I gotta mix that in. In Texas, they would have used corn masa. So I'm gonna do a tablespoon. I'm just gonna put it in. It says 2, so I'm not shy. That'll thicken it up. We'll have to clean up the stove a little. All right. I'll mix that up. Cornstarch, it'll thicken everything up and be wonderful. Look, I'm gonna mix it up. All right, kind of boring. This is gonna be epic. My friends are already calling me, telling me they want chili and hot dogs. My friends are already calling me up to, you're gonna make chili dogs or chili. I'm gonna have a chili bowl first with Fritos from Texas, from Skoggit, with Fritos, chili, 666 chili, grated cheddar cheese, and a dollop of sour cream. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, enough is enough. I gotta cook. Cheers. McDonald's barbecue. 12:30. I'm gonna let this go about an hour or two. This is my Texas red chili, no beans. I'm gonna make a chili bowl and chili cheese dogs. Chili bowl would be with Texas Fritos. No bean. It's gonna thicken up. But I have to let it simmer for like an hour or so to make real Texas chili. If you don't know beans about chili, you know there's no beans in Texas chili. Sergeant Pepper. Smelling the chili. Hey, buddy. What a good dog. Hi, buddy. McDonald's barbecue has been 2 hours, and I finished making the 4-6 Chuck Wagon chili from Skoggit in Texas. Let's give it a try. I spent all morning doing this. And I imagine in the old days, they just had a cast iron on the wagon trail. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Let's give it a stir. Could have put it in a slow cooker. I like this. It makes it look even better. Crispy. Look at that chili. All meat. Hamburger. Look at that. No beans. All right. Let's give it a taste test. Still pretty hot. Got my trusty spoon. The magic spoon. I'm going to take a little bite. It's going to be hot. It's going to be really hot. Here we go. Oh man. Oh! The beef melts in your mouth. I don't think it's too salty. It's got some heat, but not too much. Unreal. Wow. That is good chili. That is excellent chili. Thank you, Skoggit. Now look what I'm gonna plate up a bowl. I got Texas corn chips from Skoggit. I got some mild cheddar cheese. Got some sour cream. And I got my 4/6's chili mug. I got my diced onion. And mild cheddar cheese that I grated myself. You gotta have grated cheese. You can't buy the packaged pre-shredded. It won't work. It's not good. This is the best. So let's see if we can get a bowl of this chili. I don't know if I have chili ladle. I got a chili ladle. I'm gonna put. I hope I don't make a mess. So I'll have to clean it up. Oh. Gotta make it nice. The Skoggit, he sent me this chili bowl. Let's do this chili. All right, let's go. I'm gonna do one. Look at that chili. Oh man. And two. Look at how that fits right in there. I made a little mess. Then I'm gonna take it. Sometimes I put the Fritos on the bottom and the top. This time I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do is put a little cheese in the chili to make it stringy and melty. And then take some corn chips and make a Texas staple Frito pie. Put some corn chips. I want to put a little onion in there because I love onion. And then, where's my, one dollop of sour cream. And you got a bowl of 4/6's chili. I mean, I can fill it to the top. Maybe I should. With all that in there, it'll just melt. The cheese will melt. I'm going to put another scoop in there. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm going to put a couple more Fritos. Thank you, Skoggit. All right, that's it. Look. That's Texas chili right there. Let me do a taste test. I'm gonna crunch it up. I'm gonna put more cheese. I want some cheese. Look at that. I'm gonna do a taste test. That piece falls off. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Oh, crispy, crunchy, the onion, the cheese. Here's another taste test. Here's a big one. I hope I don't spill it. It's like the best chili bowl I've ever had. And I made it because of Skoggit. Cheese, stringy cheese. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That's the best bowl of chili ever. Go online and you can go to the shop at 4-6's Ranch and buy the chili packet. They're $5 a piece. Buy like 4 or 5. Great recipe. Thank you, Skoggit, so much. The Skoggit barbecue pit dog. Maple Cook. Mega Fred Zeppelin. You got to try this. Or we could send you some of this chili if you want. Cheers, everybody. Peace, love, and aloha. Everybody check out Deb's Delicious Dishes. Great recipes. Cheers. Look at this chili. I'm going to have another bowl. I made it best. That's Texas right there, man. Look at that stringy cheese. Will it go? Ah, Frito pie. The best. Who am I going to feed it all to? 4-6's. Frito pie. Uh-oh. FedEx is here. Gotta go. Frito pie.